Hey friends, in this video, I'll teach you what call options are. By the end of this video, you'll understand how it can potentially help you earn additional income via options trading. Maybe you have googled it but still have no idea what call options are. I'll do my best to simplify it. If you aren't sure, my name is JJ. On this channel, I share my journey in becoming a better options trader to earn more money. If earning extra money sounds fun, do consider subscribing. We'll use the example of buying teddy bears. Imagine there's a teddy bear factory near your house. You think the teddy bear it makes are going to become very popular because they're super cute. You could buy the teddy bear from the factory and sell it to others at $10, but you want to wait and see if its price goes up to $20. So you decide to buy one call option at $10, which would be valid for the next 6 months. A call option is like making a bet that a teddy bear will go up in price. Buying one call option that is valid for 6 months means you're reserving the right but not the obligation to exercise the call option and buy 100 teddy bears from the factory within the next 6 months at $10 each. Imagine this guy on the left is you. Imagine the teddy bear factory is on the right here. You're telling the teddy bear factory, I reserve the right to buy 100 teddy bears from you in the next 6 months at $10 each. Is that okay? The teddy bear factory then tells you, okay bro, to reserve this right, you pay the factory $2 for the right to buy one teddy bear at $10 each. Think of this $2 like a reservation fee. Because one call option means you're reserving the right to buy 100 teddy bears, you need to pay the teddy bear factory $2 multiplied by 100, which is $200. That's $200 out of your pocket. The teddy bear factory then collects the $200 from you. You then own one call option. The teddy bear factory owes you one call option. No matter what happens in the next 6 months, because you bought one call option, the teddy bear factory must be able to sell you 100 teddy bears at $10 each anytime. If somehow the teddy bear price shoots up to $100 per teddy bear, the factory must be able to sell you one teddy bear at $10 each because you bought a call option to reserve that right. There are 4 scenarios that can happen. 6 months later, the teddy bear's price went up to $20 in the market because it became more popular. Everyone now wants to buy teddy bears for $20 each. Each call option has an expiry date. This is the date where the option will cease to exist and not be valid. Assuming you bought the call option on 1st January 2023, a 6-month call option will expire on the 1st of July 2023. Take note the $10 here is called the strike price. It is a predetermined price on the call option when it was bought. 1st July here is also called the expiration date. Remember these two terms, strike price and expiration date. Because the option you bought expires, this means you'll exercise your right to buy 100 teddy bears from the teddy bear factory at $10 each. Buying 100 teddy bears at $10 each means paying the teddy bear factory $1,000 because 100 multiplied by $10 is $1,000. $1,000 is out of your pocket as shown on the left here. The teddy bear factory earns $1,000 from you. But why would you want to fork out $1,000 to buy 100 teddy bears? Because you can immediately profit by selling each teddy bear at $20 each, which helps you earn money. Selling 100 teddy bears at $20 each means getting $2,000 because 100 multiplied by $20 is $2,000. The profit here is $2,000 for the cash collected when selling 100 teddy bears at $20 each, minus $1,000 for the cost of buying 100 teddy bears at $10 each, minus $200, the money paid to the teddy bear factory to reserve the right to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each, which is $800. That's how you earn money buying a call option. Scenario 2. 1 month later, the teddy bear increases to $20 from $10 and you sell your call option to another person to make a profit. If you sell your call option to another person, they can do what I just explained in scenario 1 to earn money. Remember when you bought the call option, the factory wanted $2 per teddy bear as a reservation fee. You were buying the call option, the factory was selling the call option. Buying one call option reserves the right to buy 100 teddy bears worth at $2 each. This cost you $200 initially. Because the actual price of the teddy bear is now more expensive at $20, the price to reserve buying 100 teddy bears at $10 is more expensive than when you bought it. Let's assume now you can sell this call option at $7 per teddy bear to another person. This reservation will cost them $700 in total because if it costs $7 to reserve the right to buy one teddy bear at $10, one call option reserves the right to buy 100 units at a predetermined price. So what's the overall profit in this case? Negative $200 from the money you paid to the teddy bear factory plus $700 from the person buying the call option from you. You'll profit $500. When you do this, you don't have to fork out the initial sum of $1,000 to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each. You'll profit from buying the right to buy the teddy bears at $10 at $2 and selling the right to buy the teddy bear at $10 to someone else at a more expensive cost, $7 in this case. Once you sell the call option to someone else, you no longer have the right to buy teddy bears at $10 each because they are now priced at $20 in the market. In the world of options trading, scenario 2 happens 99% of the time because most people don't want to fork out $1,000 to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each, mostly because $1,000 can be a lot of money. Most people buy and sell options between each other. It is a zero-sum game. For every winner, there will be a loser. Scenario 3. The price of the teddy bear drops to $5 from $10 after 6 months. Because you reserve the right to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each, this reservation is now worthless because instead of buying it from the teddy bear factory, you could buy the same teddy bear in the market for $5 each. You then lose your initial money paid for the call option, which was $200. This is the key point of buying call options. Only buy it if you're assuming the price of the underlying asset, which is the bear in this case, is going to increase in price. Remember, the strike price of the call option you bought is at $10. The price of the teddy bear is at $5 after 6 months. If the asset price, which is a teddy bear in this case, is below the strike price, this is what we call out of the money, or OTM in short. If the price of the asset is above the strike price, this is what we call in the money, ITM. Out of the money means out of the money, you'll lose money if you're out of the money. In the money means in the money, you'll earn money if you're in the money. Scenario 4. The price of the teddy bear didn't increase as much as you thought 6 months later. It only increased from $10 to $12. You can't make money on this trade. The price of the teddy bear didn't increase enough to be profitable. You can only make money if the teddy bear is above $12. Notice the graph below which plots profit and loss against the asset price, which is the teddy bear here. If the teddy bear price is below $10, you're out of the money. If the teddy bear price is above $10, you're in the money. The break-even price for this trade is at $12. This is because you initially paid $200 to the factory for the call option for the right to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each. Let's say you exercise the right to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each. When you do, your 100 teddy bears immediately is now worth $12 multiplied by 100, which equals to $1,200. But because you initially paid $200 for the call option, your initial profit after buying 100 teddy bears at $10 each and selling 100 teddy bears at $12 each is cancelled to zero. That's why $12 is the break-even price here. This is the graph that shows how much you can potentially earn or lose if you buy a call option. Notice that as long as the price of the teddy bear increases above $12, you will earn money. The good thing about buying call option is that you'll only lose a maximum of $200 in the case where you wrongly predicted the price of the teddy bear 6 months later. It's important to understand or even know how to draw this graph when buying call options. I recommend you to give it a try. Buying a call option is also called a defined risk trade because no matter how low the price of the teddy bear goes, the maximum amount that can be lost is quantifiable at negative $200. Now let's use stocks as an example. Let's assume the price of Apple is at $100 on January 1st. I'm going to assume that the price of Apple will increase in the next 60 days, so I buy a call option on Apple at $100. Assume this call option costs me $2 per share to make the reservation, which would cost me a total of paying $200 out of my pocket. $100 here is known as the strike price. Remember this, 60 days in this case is called days to expiration. Also remember this term. When I buy one call option, I reserve the right but not the obligation to buy 100 Apple shares at $100 each. To reserve this right, it will cost me $2 per share, which would cost me $200 in total because one call option reserves the right to buy 100 shares. That's $200 out of my pocket. Imagine I'm the person on the left here. There are three scenarios that can happen. Scenario 1. The price of Apple increases from $100 to $150 by the end of the 60 days and you exercise the contract. Exercising the contract means I need to buy 100 Apple stocks at $100 each, which will mean $10,000 out of my pocket. However, I can immediately sell 100 Apple shares at $150 each. Because I bought 100 Apple shares at $100 each, which cost me $10,000, I could immediately earn money from selling Apple stocks at $150 each. 100 Apple stocks at $150 each is worth a total of $15,000. Overall profit is negative $200 for buying the call option, minus $10,000 for the 100 Apple shares I bought at $100 each, plus $15,000 for the 100 Apple shares I sold at $150 each. This gives me a total of $4,800 in potential profit. Scenario 2. The price of Apple increases to $150 1 month later. You can sell the call option you bought to someone else. Because the call option you bought reserved the right to buy 100 Apple stocks at $100 each, valid for 6 months, if you sold the call option to another person, he or she would be able to do what I previously explained in scenario 1 to earn money. When you sell the call option to another person, someone else will pay you money. The call option you bought at $2 per stock is now more expensive because Apple shares are now more expensive at $150 each. If you had the right to buy Apple shares at $100 each when the actual market price of Apple is at $150 each, why not? This right is valuable, you can sell it, and this is called selling your call option. Let's assume you can now sell this call option at $7 per stock to another person. This will cost the person buying the option from me $700. So what's the profit in this case? Negative $200 from the cost I paid to reserve the right when buying the call option, plus $700, the money I collected from selling the call option to another person, which equals to $500 in profit. Scenario 3. Instead of the stock price increasing, Apple drops from $100 to $50 6 months later. The call option is worthless because no one wants to buy Apple stocks at $100 each when they can buy it from the market at $50 each. For call option, if the asset price, which in this case is the Apple stock at $50, is below the strike price, which is $100 here, this is what we call out of the money, or OTM in short. This is a call option expiring worthless, out of the money. The end result is you losing the initial $200 you paid for the call option. So far we have talked about buying options. Now let's flip the table and talk about selling call options. I'll use the teddy bear example again. Now imagine you are the teddy bear factory. The current selling price of the teddy bear is $10 in the market. You think that the teddy bear is going to drop in price because there are many teddy bear factories opening around you, and that's a lot of competition. So you decide to sell one call option at $10 valid for the next 6 months to protect yourself in the case where the price of the teddy bear drops to $0. Selling one call option that is valid for 6 months means you're selling the right, but not the obligation, to someone else to purchase 100 teddy bears at $10 in the next 6 months, no matter what happens. Someone else comes by and sees you selling a call option. He thinks, I don't think the teddy bear price will drop. Well, you're worried. I think the teddy bear price will drop. He then tells you, I want to buy the call option you're selling. Both of you make a deal. He pays the teddy bear factory $2 for the right to buy one teddy bear each at $10, because one call option means the right to buy 100 teddy bears at $10 each. He pays you $200 because 2 multiplied by 100 teddy bears equals to $200. Once you sold the call option to him, you as the teddy bear factory must be ready to sell him 100 teddy bears at $10 each, no matter what happens. The following graph shows the profit loss potential of the teddy bear factory. Notice there is only a maximum amount that the teddy bear factory can earn when selling call options, which is $200. If we assume the price of the teddy bear shoots up to $20, then the teddy bear factory will be losing out on potential gains because it is forced to sell 100 teddy bears at $10 when it sells one call option. Looking back at the big picture, it's sort of a win-win situation. The person who buys the call option thinks the price of the teddy bear is going to go up in the next 6 months. This is known as being bullish. The person who sells the call option thinks the price of the teddy bear is going down or sideways in the next 6 months, this is known as being bearish or neutral. In general, the person who predicts correctly what the price of the teddy bear is going to earn money. The person who predicts wrongly is going to lose money. That's the relationship between buyers and sellers of call options. Between buying and selling call options, most people earn money by selling call options. Buying call options is difficult if you don't know what the stock price will be. The winning rate of buying call options is usually lower than selling call options. For myself, I prefer selling options over buying them because the chances of earning money is higher, but it's still important to understand the basics of buying and selling call options. Watch this video where I'll explain what put options are, or watch this video on how I earned my first $100 via options trading, and I'll see you in the next one.